everyone, welcome back to a new video. So in this video, I'll talk about mole, disk cleaner, analyzer, uninstaller, and monitoring application for your Mac. So let's get started. So I just came across this in a random video. It came into my feed, and I just initially I thought it's a GUI app. I think I came across the GUI app. Um, then I came to know that it is a paid version with the limited days of trial, but also the a terminal app or the application. The CLI version is free to use. So that's what I tried it out, and let's get started. So as always, I'll install it through Homebrew, and after installation, you can actually use an Alias instead of using more every time. So this is, yeah, it'll handhold you each and every step. So let's start with 5. It also works on the keypad or the number pad, and going back is easy by pressing escape. So you have to call the executive or the app for every time. So this is the disk usage representation across application, user library, home directory, system library, homebrew cache, etc. You'll see that Adobe here occupies the largest space, and you can actually refresh it by pressing R. I think the command are very easy to follow, and you can see the top 20, or you can quit it directly, or you can just go back by pressing escape once again. So let's do a cleanup. Let's see if there's a more option. So there is a more option where it'll give you the full list of commands that is supported. So if you want completions, you can just run it and it'll update the completion, and it'll see. So usually I've run clean and optimize. That's what I will be covering here. So if you want help files, you can just give -h. So there's a dry run method as well as the full run. So the dry run, you'll get a preview of what can be deleted, and the exact cleaning or the space that is saved is completely different sometimes. So it depends also on the open apps as well. Open apps won't be cleaned. You can specify that as a dry run, or simply use a shorthand command here. This will take time depending on your disk space, disk size, and the type of NVMe drive. Faster NVMe drive will have faster I/O, and a stronger CPU does the work. I think for the Mac, you won't notice much of a difference. But yeah, so this will give you a brief report, something like this, and you can actually view this using cat command. This is the exact verbose things that it will be deleting it. So there is preset applications or a whitelist of apps which should not be deleted, and we can check that out here by providing whitelist. So by default, everything is selected, so unless only the safe items are listed. In case if you want something to be excluded, something like this, you'll see you just press enter. You have to use space to select and then enter to save. And if you want to go back and change the settings, by default you'll see find a metadata, search, proxy cache, Gradle, R, environment, global cache, steel deer, homebrew download packages are actually selected by default. So once you run clean, so it'll say that it needs sudo to perform the debug cleanup. You can actually type space or enter to continue. I'll enter to continue. You'll see that the whitelisting is still active. You'll see that the size, things that are freed up are quite less because I did run it previously. So it has removed a lot of cache. I think it was around 10 gigabytes. And since this is my first Mac, I didn't know that it needed separate disk utilities. But yeah, this is a very helpful app. So you have seen that I've managed to clean up 648 megabytes. Let me go for another section. So it's called optimize. So this also has a whitelist. So you can actually select which needs to be whitelisted and then add your changes. So similar to clean, you have a dry run. So here you'll see a preview of what's going to be optimized. I've already run it before, and you'll see that I'll run it again. So if everything is all right, it'll simply skip the optimize process. And as you can see, this is completed. So you can actually purge or remove the things using purge command. You can also add TouchID or sudo. So if you are using a MacBook or a Magic keyboard that has the TouchID, this is a better option rather than typing the password each and every time when you need sudo. So you can also update through the mole uh, executable itself, and it will self-update it. And you can actually enroll into the nightly or the beta updates. You can actually get a JSON format of entire things, path. So this is the overview. So what's the size? And is it a directory? A few things. So that's it. You do have support for, and you can actually remove mole from the system instead of relying on homebrew uninstall command. I think that is pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.